So was this episode 8 of the Skeleton Knight in Another World. I'm really glad to see the Ninja Girl came back. I'm glad that she did come back, and I'm glad that they're basically helping her out. Helping her out with her getting her kinfolks out of there. I mean, what I mean is by that her kin, or I would say family, because they are all family, and that's what they basically are. They're called Beast Peoples. That's just based from what I've heard of the animes. Or you could just call them Nikos, or you could just call them, or you can just call them demi-humans, whatever you want to call them. I don't know why they call them demi-humans, because I think they're just like half animal, half human. That's based what I think. That's based what I do believe. And even though the girl, the ninja girl, I can't remember her name. I think I'm gonna call her Clay, because I mean she really is such a really nice person. She really actually is to me that she is. But even though it's just quite unexpected when she saw Ark and stuff like that. Even she even asked Ark and Irene, can you please help me save my people? Or I would say her, basically her people, because they've been captured, been in slavery also as well too, and stuff like that. And they're basically just being doing something that's just actually despicable, just really kind of evil, and really that some people would just basically just do this kind of stuff and stuff like that. It's really upsetting. It really actually is. And the reason why I'm saying it is because they did this with Leia Irene. Because with some of the things. I mean, I understand that this anime may not be for everyone, but I will say this. But I will say this. But the one thing I loved about in the early episodes, I think it was episode 2 or episode 3, that they mentioned that viewer discretion advised, means that you can see this at your own risk. But however, if you keep being triggered by some of these by some of these episodes, do not take it to heart. And the reason I say that, I understand some people feel that way about what's going on in the episode, but it's just basically, it's just, if it's not for you, it's not for you. I mean, I'm not saying you should watch it. I'm just saying it's because of what I liked about what they said about the reference of basically what's going on with this with this of the anime. And I mean, give me 1 second. Hold on, you guys. Okay, all right. Sorry about that. But anyways, it just feels to me. It just feels to me that I feel like that was the best thing for them to really actually do, and just to let them know and stuff like that. Yeah, like I said before, that is up to you. If you don't, if you think that these episodes are triggering you, then don't watch them. That's all I can just say. I'm not saying just be mean. I'm just saying because they're trigger moments that can trigger people, because people do easily get triggered. Do I get triggered by this kind of anime? No, not necessarily, but no, not necessarily. But I don't think they're not necessarily like doing this on purpose or anything like that. I don't think they really are not or something like that. Because if they were to be doing this, not so necessary. Even though basically some companies out there, like Crunchyroll, and which bought Funimation, so that they will probably would censor some of the scenes based on the episodes. But because I'm not the biggest fan of Crunchyroll, because I lost all respect for that. I want to make a video on that sometime very soon, how I feel about Crunchyroll, because even though I do have an account on there, but I will say that for later. But it's that's just basically what it just seems to me and stuff like that. And that's just basically what I think. And even like I said before, you don't normally see an anime from a company will just basically or from a studio that basically would just say viewer discretion advised. That's basically what I think. I was really happy that Art was is helping her out, helping Clay out, um, helping her out, helping to rescue her people. And because the one thing that Art really said to Clay, is because he doesn't want to create a whole lot of attention. Because if he were to create a whole lot of attention, then some people are gonna catch on. It's like, who's this person, or who's that person, who's that, or whoever it maybe is. Because yeah, they're being as targets. He does not want to be a target, because he feels that if he were a target, and somebody were to know like who he really actually is, then yeah, there's a likely very good possibility that they could that they could kill him. However, I don't know if they really would kill him because even though he's undead, that's basically he's all he actually is, and stuff like that. I'm so sorry. That's just my microwave going off. I'm so sorry about that, guys. But anyways, I'm just saying, and that's basically what I'm saying is that I'm really kind of curious about the princess, about the princess in this anime. I know she's not really relevant, really all that much, basically ongoing in this anime. Even though that she's a human, she believes in God and stuff like that. She thinks that that Ark is some kind of angel and stuff because he can use holy magic and stuff like that. Because even though he's undead, because it's kind of rare that you see like undead people, undead monsters will just basically just use magic, basically use magic. I mean, not magic, but white magic or whatever you want to call it, or whatever it may be is stat. So yeah, I'm still kind of curious if the princess is gonna run into him, or maybe she might notice there's something. Maybe she might notice or something that maybe something very off. I'm afraid that if Art was to take off his helmet off and take off his gear off and say like, yeah, I'm a skeleton, that's basically what I am, then the princess would get I won't say like get very upset, but that would basically would trigger the princess by maybe trigger her that oh yeah, he's undead, because people are afraid of undead. I mean, people really actually are. Even though in World of Warcraft, like Savannah, she wants to, she had this war with this, basically with Greyman, back then and stuff like that, and stuff, and Greyman lost his son because of Savannah's. But even though I'm just saying, but I don't know if the princess is gonna come back. I really don't think she's really not. I may be proven wrong, but I don't know. I have heard from Baron AH. Because I like his YouTube channel. I should have subscribed to his YouTube channel. But I love to hear his opinions stuff like about based on the anime, because usually I see some of his episodes of like what he really has to say. But I mean, I'm not taking his credit or anything like that. I'm just saying. So I'm not taking credit because of everything he says. I'm just basing, just basing all. That's just basically what I'm saying here. Is that I heard he said, will there be a season two? That's likely may not happen. However, it could, it may not. I don't know, because I've heard he said that they're getting halfway into the end of this anime. So I don't know. That's what he was thinking, something like that. So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen, if we are going to get to see in season two or not. I don't know if it's really going to happen. I really don't know, but hope for the better. But yeah. Anyway, so that's it for this anime review. Tell me what you guys think. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments below. But anyway, so I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope you guys want today. Take care. God bless. Remember, just love you. I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, hit the notification button as well too. That's letting you guys watch my videos and leave your comments below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. God bless. Bye.